Reef DVM's coming at you today with kind of an interesting video, pressing apples for cider, but I really kind of also wanted to review the Homesteader Apple Press. It's a fantastic press. I like wood presses. It's my nature. I kind of like those old school kind of tools. This one is made of basically wood and steel and iron. What more can you say? This is the assembly process of it. I'm just going to kind of let it go. There's not a lot to explain. It's just putting it together. I would say it does take a little bit of assembly time. This didn't go together in like 20 minutes. The assembly process was more like several hours. You got to tighten things up. You've got to put them in the right order. The directions are not bad, but they're kind of wordy and long. It's just what it is. It gets shipped so that you can get it at your farm or your house and put it together. And it comes in a couple packages, which is great. It's heavy. It's strong. It's well made, but it does take a little work to get the darn thing together. So I'll just kind of let this go for a bit and let you take a look at how it comes together. As you can see, I'm just about done putting it together. Just some final things on it. We did get the optional motor on this one just to make it a lot easier to grind up the apples and to get the best ability to press them well. My suggestion also is use a little bit more of a ripe apple and use multiple varieties, a couple different trees. I think it makes the best cider. I also wanted to point out that we did go to Cabela's online and buy a foot pedal for it, so you could run it with a foot pedal, so you don't have to be plugging and unplugging it. You can see my little son is in here. He's trying to help me out. It was one of those projects that, like I said, took several hours, so he was able to come in and out and kind of watch me put it together. So you'll notice that I did add a foot pedal to it. Again, it's just a nice thing to make it work a little easier. Also, I'm not going to show it here, but we did use the sealant that came with it to prep the wood so that it wouldn't, absorb so much apple material when in the process of making apples. And I'm not going to show that because it was kind of a tedious job to put on several coats of it. But we did get it done, and it worked out great. The functionality of it is simple. It's a screw down on the top. Motor turns this little device inside and grinds up the apples and drops them in. You slide it over, turn the corkscrew, press the apples, juice comes out the bottom. This is that easy dough stuff that we put on, came with it. They supplied it to us. We did unscrew the little slats of wood so we could get it in between there. It was just the best way of doing it. The machine came together. I would say the whole process probably took 5 or 6 hours. Once we got it dried a couple days later, boy, we're off to the races. As you can see, the kids are just dumping apples in. Once we get the apples in, slide the bucket over. My daughter here is 11, and as you can see, she can easily crank this down. I gave her a piece of PVC pipe. I didn't want to give her steel because I don't want the paint all wrecked. It's bad enough with the PVC rubbing against it, but that's what happens. On the other side, you can see the apple juice is coming out. The kids are really excited. They love seeing this apple juice. I want to share my recipe with you on making apple cider. It might be a little different than what you see. We basically use 4 cups of sugar. We use the cane sugar. We mix it in with 4 gallons of apple juice that we've just strained. We add 4 tablespoons of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of allspice, and 2 tablespoons of vanilla. Bring it up to 190 degrees, and then we pour it into these glass jars, put the lids on it, and then we process it for 10 minutes. We're at about 1,000 feet here, so that's about our process time. Obviously, it looks delicious and great. It tastes excellent. I certainly hope you guys enjoy this press. I found it to be a fantastic press, and I love making apple cider in the fall. It's just a wonderful drink. I hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe and continue to support our channel, and we'll keep putting out great videos like this. Thank you.